as they were downstairs eating the pizza. Well, well, Galmon was eating the pizza, but Gabby, the Galmon, just sat there and had a very scared look on her face. Galmon looked worried and asked Gabby if she would like a slice of pizza, but she snapped back to reality and said, "Oh, yeah. So, can you tell me a description of what you saw?" Galvan asked his scared, almost soon-to-be girlfriend. As Gabby was getting a slice of pizza, well, she then gave a description of what she saw. Well, it was a ugly. It was tall, ugly, looked like an older person, older human guy, and he had green smoke around him. Why does that sound familiar, though? Galvan said curiously. What do you mean familiar? Gabby acts rather puzzled. I don't know, but where did I hear a character description like that before? Galvan said, thinking rather hard. Yeah, I'll probably look it up. I'll probably look it up tomorrow. Besides, it's rather late anyway. After the two finished the scene, finished up. The scene now pans to Gabby sleeping in bed with Galman, nowhere to be seen. Gabby was sleeping half, but as soon as she was doing that, a loud sound was heard downstairs, heard in the kitchen, which in turn woke Gabby, who immediately sat up. Gabby cautiously got out of bed and walked out of the room, rather disapprovingly. Okay, and she picked up a giant Japanese sword. In the position in a combat pose as she walked down the hallway slowly with a worried look on her face. As she makes it down the stairs, Galmon made his way around the corner and scared the crap out of Gabby, who in turn lets out a large, "It's me, it's me, Galmon." Honey, say calming down the small white Talmon. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that, Galmon. Sorry about that. I thought an intruder was in the house, Abby said in embarrassment. That wasn't me, actually, but I accidentally bumped into the fridge when I was getting myself a glass of water. But I guess I do make noise like an intruder would. Galmon said, laughing a bit, which turns to be Gabby pouting in embarrassment. Embarrassment. Really wasn't funny. It wasn't really that funny, Gabby said, pouting. Alright, how about this? I'll give you some nice fun during the night until you sleep. Galmon told Gabby. Gabby brightened up when she heard this, and then held Mun's hand, well, I guess paw or whatever paw were back to the stairs and got into the room. The scene room. 5 minutes had passed in front of Gates. After the two got done, some rather interesting stuff were going on. Steamy stuff was going on there. This happened until the two come in the room happily. They were sweating. They then went into the bathroom to clean themselves off. After all that, they went back to sleep and later cuts to the next day. The next day happened. The two were both slowly waking up from their slumbering. The first one who got up was Galmon. Good morning, honey bun. Galmon said while shaking his sleeping girlfriend, who was still sleeping soundly. Galmon noticed this and went downstairs to make breakfast for the both of them. Gabby was waking up slowly until she noticed Galmon was nowhere to be seen as she fell his side of the bed. She then got up out of bed, smelled the scent of freshly made bacon downstairs in the kitchen. Gabby went down the stairs to see what was going on. Gabby went into the kitchen and went to her almost soon-to-be boyfriend. Morning, Gabby greeted happily. Morning to you, honey bun. Galmon said while cooking happily. He then put a plate of bacon in front of his beautiful soon-to-be wed. I won't bore you guys with what happened at breakfast, but Gabby said she was going to go out and hang out with friends at the Bluebyville Cafe. and yeah, said he was gonna go boxing at the Bluebyville gym once again. The scene now cuts to it later now cuts to the next day. Red's Patamon, which is the little mini bat, and Psychemon, which is the think of the pink version of think of a pink version of Gabumon. Yeah, the one that shoots stuff like that. Yeah, that's basically what it is. The three sing down to outside, and then the three friends were ordering on the menus they each had. Wanna know why? Wanna know why I love so much? Patamon asked. Is because it's awesome. This Psyche Blood expert that has the best dessert cakes. I'm just gonna have to say it. Just cheesecakes. Patamon said, smiling. Psychemon groaned just a bit. Well, you're not wrong about that. Well, you're not wrong about that, Yatamon said. As she said that, wearing a pink cafe uniform with white accents. She tells them she will be. She then tells them that she will be taking their order. So, what will you three lovely ladies be ordering for today? She said. The three looked at each other, and Patamon was the first one to immediately speak. May I have the lava crumble cake? All right, may. All right, may I have the giant lemon cake? Psychemon said. All right, so what will you be having today, kitty cat? The the purple skunk said politely, well, I'll be having the cheesecake special. I don't really want much. It's just, this stuff is just too sweet for me, Veronica said, replied happily. The skunk then wrote that down, looked at the menus that the three Digimon handed to her. And then she walked downstream and went back into the cafe. As it happened, the three friends talked about their lives and about various other topics like their lovers, hobbies. As Gabby brought up what she saw that she saw Pikachu Popstar last night. The two girls other feet were fangirling over this, and obviously asked questions. What did she order? Gabby asked inside. Was her secret to looking younger? And what brand of makeup does she use? Psychebot said, what kind? Asked about to jump in her seat. Well, she didn't order anything. They think I don't know. I don't know her secret. But it could be because she keeps her fur clean. It could be natural. Pikachu cuteness, I guess. Yavi said nervously. Well, it makes sense. But I think she could be hiding something. Bud said, I won't bore. Ugh, you with your always paranoid stuff. You always being paranoid, Psychemon said. But I won't bore you at the three just ate. As the three were finished eating their desserts, the scene. Now the Bluebyville gym was packed that day, and then inside the place, filled with various Pokemon like Heracross, Poliwrath, and Paldeatoros, and heck, many other fighting types you could think of. So they can learn very. The camera then pans to Yalma doing some boxing match with a white, cutting to someone with a white beater. Well, say a white T-shirt. Yes, that's. The match now came to an end. That Yalma man that ended the. All right, I'm not. But I'm gonna tell you how it. And that logs they both had with each other. The two Digimon went on the bed and instantly fell asleep. The scene then cuts to the middle of the night with Gabby waking up and of course going to the restroom again, like the previous night. But as she did that, she looked to the window on the left of the bathroom and looked just like it looked immediately frightened. Just like the first encounter yesterday, the camera then showed the window with the shiny Magnemite from earlier in the episode just watching creepily. It didn't really do much, but just watched creepily. It flew, or I guess, levitated above the window slowly. As that happened, Gabby got her phone and immediately called the police, also waking up Galma in the process. Well, what? What's going on? There was at the windows. Gabby said, there was a shiny Magnemite staring at me. Gabby said, well, dialing 911, a Magnemite. Gal said, what could he be doing here? Isn't it attracted to electric things like that? Well, I guess that one was attracted to me sleeping. See me sleep possibly. I guess our house does contain electricity, so I mean, I shouldn't be that surprised. Galmont said. The scene now cuts upstairs with a Cooper Trooper police officer talking about the encounter that happened yesterday, and this night. So you're basically saying you're being stalked by a creepy old guy in some shiny magnemite? The officer said, "Yes, that's exactly the two entities I saw, officer," Gabby said. After the Cooper officer wrote that down, he told the two they will have an officer patrol the area for suspicious activity. "All right, thanks," Gilbo replied. As the officer left, the two went back to bed and well slept. And now it was the next day, Sunday. Okay. Galma was the first one to wake up and went to go make some bacon sandwiches. Gabby got up a little shaken about what happened last night. She went down to really to sorry about what happened. Sorry about the whole thing that happened last night. He instantly forgave her, but looked very concerned about it. "So are you sure you're okay?" Galma asked her. "I really don't know, but I feel like I'm losing my damn mind. I'm losing my dang mind at this point." Gabby said, "I understand how you feel, but you can't explain that what this Magnemite did. Can you explain what this Magnemite did exactly?" Paul didn't do much of anything but just stare at it. It's like the guy at the window. Yeah, Gatamon said. Well, the officer did say someone will patrol the area so no suspicious activity will happen. Hopefully the day at the pool will take your mind off and calm your nerves too. Gatamon said. Gabby looked up and agreed. The camera now goes to the next scene, which shows the Bluebyville pool. And the two walked there as if they were right because it was right near the house. As they were both walking to the place, Gabby was looking around in a paranoid manner. Galmont immediately noticed this and immediately reassured her. "Oh, cheer up, you bun. No one's here watching you." "Yeah," Galmont said. The two made their way into the place, and they went and checked in. After they did that, they just began setting up their things at the lounger chairs. The two then proceeded to get in the pool. After a long day of swimming, they pool, but in a nutshell, but I won't get into much detail, but in a nutshell is what you would expect them to do at a pool or beach. I made some sunscreen, some of them went out to eat, and some of them did other things. The scene you showed now it was sunset. As that happened, we didn't hear the lifeguards say they'll be closing soon. Things as they were leaving, they saw a 2003 GMC Yukon pull up next to them, and the owner, a sleigh bro with just some random creature was in there. Say another Goomba, a penguin inside of without armor. Hold on a second. Bride, but the two immediately said no. The scene then pans as the two were back in the house. Phew, who knew someone could be so tiring? Gabby said she made her way. Well, as someone who took when I was younger, you do make a good point. Galmont said. As right, the two of them made their way to the bed to go refresh themselves. As the scene now pans up to the two lovely animals finishing up leftovers. After that scene now they go to the kitchen, as they were finishing last night. I guess the day before, but I really don't know. Hopefully things will go better tonight. Yeah, Galmon said. Yeah, hopefully. Gabon said, just really not wanting to go to bed that night. The scene then shows the bedroom at night, but with the two sleeping in bed. Nothing weird happened in sight, but Galmon later got these. Gabby slowly woke up and got out of bed to get a glass. However, when she went to go to the kitchen to get water, it went as what you expect. She looked at the window with her face in relief, and then it showed the window with nothing there. I thought there was something gonna appear at the window, but unfortunately no. Gabby then went to the sink to get some water, but as she's leaving the scene, now showed the window with nothing there. But later, slowly the old creepy guy from earlier went into the frame of the window and showed itself to be watching the whole time, but it later slid away. The scene now cuts to the morning and shows the two leaving out for their perspective to their respective careers, specific things they had to do. Guy went to the get. Guy went to Immediately went to her storage job. If you're wondering, the Bluebyville mushroom bar, which is basically think of like a normal grocery store, but in the shape of a Mario mushroom. That's kind of what it is. It's basically what it is. The scene now shows, but however she's doing that, a figure in the back pops up from someone random runs up to her, pushes her around, and and puts her inside of a plastic black bag, and as that happens, a black van pulls up. I couldn't get a look at it, but if I had to say, it looked like a GMC Vandura. You know the A-Team van? That's basically what it was. So, the scene now